Welcome. My name is Catherine. Today I'll be sharing some songs that were released in 1982 and 1983. The first one is one of my favorite story songs by Billy Joel. It's Allentown, and I have the 45 on this picture sleeve. So this is the first track on his 1982 album, The Nylon Curtain, and it's the second single released from the album. The first one was Pressure. This song was released November of 1982, and it peaked at number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100, and it stayed there for 6 consecutive weeks. And the single sold gold in America, 500,000 copies. This song is based on a true story about the Bethlehem Steel Company in Pennsylvania. It was one of the largest steel producing mills and shipbuilding companies in the world. In the 1970s, the demand for steel began to decrease. And by the early 1980s, they began to shut factories down. And this was due to foreign competition, as well as workers wanting more pay and their pension plans, as well as other factors. The song begins, "We're living here in Allentown, and they're tearing all the factories down." This song has one of the greatest bridges, in my opinion. Every child had a pretty good shot to get at least as far as their old man got, but something happened on the way to that place. They threw an American flag in our face. And Allentown became an anthem for blue-collar workers in America. It expresses both aspirations and frustrations about working in America. And there's a really great sing-along part in this song, and I'll show you that in a clip right now. It's getting very hard to stay. The second song I'll share today is Overkill by Men at Work. This is another favorite song of theirs that I like. It's the second single released from their second album, Cargo, and it was written by frontman Colin Hay. Released March of 1983, it debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 28 on April 9th, 1983, and peaked at number 3 in early June. In their home country in Australia, it went to number 6, and top 10 in Canada, Norway, and Ireland. So it was another hit for this band. And Colin Hay said in an interview, the song is open to interpretation. So I call it the insomnia song. It talks about, I can't get to sleep, I worry about situations. So it just speaks to me about worrying about the future and keeping someone awake at night. And I love the video too. The third single I'll share today is You Are by Lionel Richie on the Motown label. And it has this colorful label. This song was released in January of 1983. It was written by Lionel Richie and his then wife Brenda Harvey Richie. It's the second single released from his self-titled debut solo record that came out in 1982. The first single released off there was Truly, and it went to number 1. And You Are reached the top 5 on 3 major Billboard charts. The first one is Billboard Hot 100. It spent 2 weeks at number 4 in early 1983. The second is the Billboard R&B charts. It peaked at number 2 behind Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. And the third is the adult contemporary charts. It was number 1 for 6 consecutive weeks. And I like this song because it's upbeat. I like the ones that a person can dance to. And it's different than the slower ballads. Next, I have a couple Lionel Richie CDs to share with you. The first one is his second studio album, released October 14th of 1983, and it's Can't Slow Down. This was a very successful album. It has been certified diamond by the Recording Industry of America, selling 10 million copies and 20 million copies worldwide. And it was one of the best-selling albums in the 80s. So there were 5 singles from Can't Slow Down, all reaching top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. The first one is All Night Long, August of 1983. It went to number 1. Running with the Night went to number 7. The third song, Hello, of February of 1984, went to number 1. Stuck on You went to number 3. And Penny Lover went to number 8. And my favorite song on here is All Night Long. It's just an upbeat, happy tune, and I love the video too. And I found this CD at a thrift store, and it was 25 cents. And I also picked up some others that I'll show you in future videos. The last thing I'll show you today is a compilation of Lionel's greatest hits. And I found this at my local record store, still in the shrink wrap. I actually found this before the other one. So this has a selection of songs off his solo albums, which most of them are off that Can't Slow Down album. But it does give me a few others, like Dancing on the Ceiling, another upbeat tune that I like. And it has the Commodore's song Lady, the dance track, not to be mistaken with Lady that he wrote for Kenny Rogers. And when I turn it over, it has the same picture of Can't Slow Down on the back. So I'm going to show you a clip of them side by side, because seeing these two together reminds me of those highlights magazines that I used to look at in the dentist and doctor's office, find the difference between the pictures. So I'll show that to you now. Okay, they're side by side. We've got the original album on the left and the compilation on the right. And I think the window is showing more on the compilation album in the upper left-hand corner there. And I think the chair's closer on the left album, the original. Let me know in the comments if you see any other differences, just for fun. So those are our songs for today. Let me know what you think of these songs and your memories. Please share those in the comments. I want to say thank you for watching, and take care, and I'll see you in my next video.